Blue Lock. Chapter 349 is officially out, and let me tell you, it is a complete banger. We're diving right back into the side B action with Nagi and Frogface linking up to take over the field. Nagi is finally starting to mount his grand comeback, and on top of that, we finally get the spicy locker talk we've been begging for. We kick things off looking at the monitor. It's the bird team duo, Nagi and Frogface, with exactly 2 minutes and 16 seconds to secure the ball. Frogface is also ready to kick off the match, while Nishoka is stressing out, warning everyone that the enemy is approaching, while the annoying guy is screaming his lungs out to hold the line at all cost. Nagi, still with a bloody nose, starts questioning his own drive from the previous chapter. He wonders if his motivation is just about surviving this football death game, but quickly corrects himself, realizing that can't be the whole truth. The masked NPC tosses the ball, while Nagi is thinking that for the first time, he is following his own will, and he is not using anyone else as a reason. Then he thinks that alone on this battlefield, he is trying so hard just to live. The birdcage game restarts as Nagi is running towards the ball. They again toss the ball towards another player, while Frogface turns to Nagi, saying that he's relying on Nagi. He even breaks down why he even picked Nagi. We all know Frogface can easily win this game on his own, and he doesn't need anyone, but he still explains. Basically, he chose Nagi because he's huge, skilled, and looks like he's got the guts in him. Frogface lays out the game plan in front of Nagi. If they want to clear this stage, they just need to seize control of whoever is going to receive the ball, and their window will open to take control over the ball. Nagi also agrees with Frogface and asks what small role he can play in this big plan of his. Then we get to see a panel of the two posed up side by side. You can literally feel the aura radiating through the screen. The lazy genius side by side with the unrecognizable goat. This is one of the hardest duo panels in the entire manga, even competing with the Kaiser and Asagi one. Frogface starts leaking aura as he flexes one of his main skills, his insane speed. Nagi is right behind him and agrees, cause that's enough to win the game. Frogface immediately flash steps toward Teppei, who barely manages to clear the ball away by the skin of his teeth. Well, Toji trained Frogface how to use flash step, so that much speed is normal for him. Nagi also appreciates the press from Frogface as he runs towards the ball. Nagi tries to press circle nose, but he also manages a desperate one-touch clearance. But Frogface spots the next passing lane and starts moving at speeds the human eye can barely track. He blows past one NPC straight towards the annoying guy, who barely manages to jump over Shigo to clear the ball while sweating bullets. But that heavy press did its job. Nagi intercepts the ball, predicting the trajectory perfectly. It was right in front of the masked guy and some random NPC. The annoying guy is losing his mind again in the corner, screaming not to let Nagi trap it. With a slick pump fake, Nagi heads the ball away instead. The random kid is showing some crazy emotion, and the masked guy looks like he just got hit by a bus trying to process the play. Even two of them were not enough to stop Nagi. Then Nagi signals Frogface to run. Frogface sprints at light speed as the ball approaches him. He thinks that he's got the ball since no one is there to stop him, but suddenly, boom! 4 different players swarm him from everywhere. They know he's the ultimate threat and start throwing hands on the spot. One of them shouts that Frogface is not getting the ball, while another one shouts for everyone to charge towards Frogface. A random guy is coming in front of him, while another one is stopping him by grabbing his jersey. They even try to stop him by covering his face and eyes. But Frogface? He overpowers 4 of them using his strength alone. He uses his legs to toss the ball into the sky, even though 4 of them have surrounded him, and 2 are grabbing him using their hands. I'm not even glazing. This is genuinely one of the craziest displays of tenacity we've ever seen in this series. As the ball falls, Nagi hits us with some insane inner monologue. Whether he lives or dies, everything lies on the football as he watches it falling from the sky. Nagi gets into a running position as aura leaks from his feet. He thinks that only the tug of war of egos can produce this fire, or light, as we see a flashback of Asagi's goal when Nagi got absolutely shocked, and another of Reo crying when Nagi left Blue Lock. Then Nagi literally steps on the shoulder of the annoying guy to jump towards the ball in the sky, hitting him in the face in the process. He also remembers when Asagi told him never to quit football. Then we see Nagi leaking his aura as a skull even comes out of his body. Looking totally locked into the game, he takes control of the ball in midair and asks Frogface if he knew that people could shine, landing on the ground on only one leg. Frogface gives a thumbs up and says that he just saw one. Then an announcement happens declaring that Frogface and Nagi won the game with 58 seconds still left. The next panel shows us Japan's devastating 2-4 loss against France, and then the locker room of Blue Lock. Now we need some strict action against Rin. The vibes are absolutely cooked. Gagamaru is sweating bullets after saving every goal. Baru is also visibly frustrated, while Isagi and Hiyori look totally defeated. But Shido straight up kicks the water cooler, screaming about the loss. Meanwhile, Kiora, Chigiri, and Yukimiya are in the back just trying not to catch stray hands. Shido immediately targets Rin, calling him Mr. Nuisance. These two have had generational beef from the very start of the show, and Shido is now saying exactly what the entire fandom is thinking. Before they can throw hands at each other, Hiyori and Aiku step in to separate them. Hiyori stops Shido, and Aiku stops Rin. Aiku is explaining to them that instead of fighting with each other, they should focus on the next match. But out of nowhere, Isagi drops his head and takes the blame all on himself. Bachira, Chigiri, and Kunigami are shocked, wondering what he is even saying. Isagi explains that he was not a suitable number one, and that's why they had to approach a completely different formation. That's why he thinks that he is the worst one and apologizes to all of them. Isagi is taking responsibility even though he is not the culprit, while the main culprit is arguing, saying that it's not his fault. Then Karasu speaks up and says that wasn't the only reason they lost the game. He says that if he doesn't boost his skills even more, there is zero chance they will win any matches from now on. He also tells everyone to be honest and asks if they are also starting to doubt Ego's methods. He says that before they even discuss anything, he wants everyone to open up about what they are feeling right now. Aiku also thinks this is a great idea. They can open up whether it's about Blue Lock or something outside of Blue Lock. Yukimiya also questions how to align their current egos. Isagi agrees with everyone. He is the first one to step up, bringing up the fact that they keep using the word egoist, as if all of them know what an egoist is. Then he asks, what even is ego? Everyone in the room is shocked hearing this question. Well, that was all for this chapter. We will find out what ego or egoist really means in the next chapter. So that was all for today.